In this video, we are going to take a look at the 11 manipulation techniques used by narcissists. Being in a relationship with a narcissist is a tricky thing. Whether you're friends or you are in a romantic relationship with them, you will feel that they are constantly nagging you about things that are insignificant, all the while trying to get control over your life. So you should be wary of the various manipulation techniques used by them. Before we take a look at the manipulation techniques used by narcissists, we'd like to remind you that we bring these videos to you for free. In order to show some support to our channel, please subscribe to us by hitting the notification button. Also, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Okay, now that we're all ready, let us dive into the 11 manipulation techniques used by narcissists. Number 1. Lying. Lying is the most blatant way that a narcissist tries to manipulate you. He or she usually does this by telling lies about your personal character in order to smear your name. This is because they are envious of you or feel threatened by you. Another way of lying would include spreading rumors about the victim or making suggestions about the victim. Narcissists are also known to collect false evidence about a person in order to isolate the victims from whatever support they are likely to receive. If you have a narcissist at your workplace, you shouldn't be surprised to find them engaging in misinformation about you with people that are higher up the ladder of authority. You can also find traces of narcissism in extended families or your friend's circle where you are smeared in the media. Number 2. Love bombing. Narcissists often start their relationship by praising the other person too much. They will give you too much adoration than you think you deserve, and you might be on the receiving end of too much attention. They might also shower you with empty promises of a beautiful future together. By doing these things, they create a sense of dependency on their victims, and this dependency might be emotional or financial. And when you realize that the narcissist is a mere shadow of who they pretended to be, like in a honeymoon phase of a relationship, you are deeply hurt. Narcissists are also found to give you what psychologists term to be positive reinforcement. For example, they will still give you scraps of the kindness you received from them in the initial phase of your relationship. Number 3. Gaslighting. Gaslighting is another form of manipulation used by narcissists, which often leads you to doubt your sense of reality. If you're on the receiving end of gaslighting, a narcissist will question the way you think or the way you perceive emotions, which will eventually lead you to have doubts on whether you are sane to begin with. Gaslighting is not simply used by narcissists, but also a common resort of sociopaths and psychopaths. An extreme form of gaslighting will take you to a state where fighting back seems almost impossible. Gaslighting often prevents victims from detaching themselves from the narcissist, as most of their time is spent in making sure whether what they have experienced is true or not. One of the ways gaslighting in an office is when the boss, instead of improving the conditions of the workplace, says that you need to toughen up or learn to adjust. Or in a household, a parent, when confronting their children, might say they've never uttered a phrase to hurt their children. Number 4. Projecting. Narcissists often avoid the responsibility one has to take for their own actions. They do this by playing a game of shifting the blame on others. If you find someone desperately trying to shift the burden of blame on you, you might as well know that you are dealing with a pathological narcissist. They'll try to make you feel ashamed of your own actions, even when the fault was theirs. This comes down to the fact that their egos don't allow them to admit their mistakes. Instead, the mistakes are projected onto you. Number 5. Triangulation. If a narcissist has decided to manipulate you through the use of triangulation, then they are likely to introduce another person. This third person often conforms and validates the way the narcissist looks at the world. Remember we told you a while ago that while gaslighting you, a narcissist often makes you question your own sanity? Since you are already confused about the nature of reality when you are gaslighted, bringing in a third person to invalidate all your thoughts and memories is just another way to make you lose your sanity. The people involved in triangulating are often former victims of the narcissist or the ones that are the closest to them. Number 6. Brainwashing. Narcissists brainwash you into doing things you don't want to do for them. If you don't do it, they will often get angry at you. As you perform this task, which you didn't want to do wholeheartedly to begin with, your performance will not be great. And even when it is not, you'll feel guilty of having underperformed for them. Brainwashing also comes about after gaslighting. Since you are all confused as to what reality is after being gaslighted, it becomes all the easier for the narcissist to brainwash you. Number 7. Controlling the conversation. Conversations are the foundations of beautiful relationships. Being in a conversation opens up a world of possibilities as you can share your ideas or how you look at the world. But after the honeymoon phase of your relationship with a narcissist has died down, you'll find that you're no longer able to express yourself with comfort in front of a narcissist. They will talk you down, show your faults at every other occasion, and engage in various forms of name-calling just to show you that they are in control. This makes you very self-conscious as to what to say and what not to. Number 8. False promises. False promises and empty rhetorics are the happy hunting grounds of narcissists. They inevitably fail to keep their promises, which hurts their partners to their very core. Examples of the false promises of a narcissist include a flamboyant marriage or the promises of starting a beautiful family or providing you with much-needed financial support. If you have an employer who is a narcissist, you might also expect to be told lies about the type of career you are likely to pursue in their company. So if you catch some signs that the other person is a narcissist, then you might as well refrain from signing the contract in their company. Keep a safe distance from the beginning and not give any personal loans. Number 9. Name-calling. Name-calling is one of the lowest blows that a narcissist can deliver. This is purely childish, but it is not as harmless as how children call each other names one day and are able to move on the next day. The name-calling that narcissists engage in are often aimed at breaking your heart or your spirit. We know that human beings are a mixture of strength, courage, as well as weaknesses. Narcissists, when they identify the vulnerabilities of others, tend to poke fun at them by calling them pathetic losers or that you are too needy. This reassures the narcissists are somehow superior to others and helps them establish control over the lives of others. Number 10. Monopolizing your personal space. A narcissist is always breathing down your neck, often to the point where you feel that you have no personal space. When you're in love with a narcissist, you might feel that the other person doesn't allow you to have your own privacy. They want you to lose your individual identity, get control over your thoughts, so that the two of you, as lovers, become a bigger we. And in doing so, you might find that the person soon demands to know who you hang out with all the time, or be able to tell you what kind of clothes you should be putting on, or where you should be hanging out on weekends. Their conversations border on the edge of lecturing you rather than trying to get to know your point of view. Number 11. Unjust aggression. Aggression is the last resort of a person who has not found effective ways to deal with conflict in a peaceful manner. Narcissists often resort to aggression because they don't have small vents through which things that have been bothering them can be released. They'll never admit to anything that has been nagging at them for a while. But there's only so much one can hide. Sooner or later, all the negativities they have accumulated over time are bound to explode, more or less in the form of a volcano of aggression. And the targets of their aggression are often people who are physically weak and vulnerable people. Narcissists have a whole host of manipulation techniques they use in order to control the people in their lives. The idea that other human beings can have lives of their own and that they should be given proper respect and privacy is something alien to narcissists. Therefore, they will insult you at various opportunities, showing a complete disregard for your feelings. In addition, you might also find them engaging in violence. You might try to get rid of their toxicity, but gaslighting or triangulation are other techniques they use to control your mind. Take a look at their behaviors quite closely and develop a robust attitude and independence to not be gripped by them. If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos. In the meanwhile, you can watch the video on the screen.